What's up everyone, it's Demolition Derby for Life. I am here in my basement. I'm gonna do a update on a little side project I've started a few weeks ago, or a week or so ago. Um, I have been building model derby cars. Um, I found these at a garage sale for a couple bucks, and they weren't the typical kind of thing I was looking for, but I mean they're for a few bucks, so I thought, oh, I'll try to make it, try something different. Um, as you can see here, I have been very busy working on them. I have been trying to go for as close to possible the look for a derby like look for, but I don't have all the right tool, or not all the right tools, all the right parts for it to make it look exactly perfectly like a derby car. Um, I'll talk about this one first, and then I'll talk about this one. This one right here is a street burner, 94 Impala SS. Um, this was actually the second one that caught my eye, besides the other one. This one, just looked. This one actually came with all the parts, with everything with it, but I modified them to make it more like a derby car look. I actually have it for the front suspension. I have that actually set up high, and the back one should be where it should be if you build it factory. Can't really tell, but I actually painted the back axle. I painted it green, and then I spray painted the whole frame and whatnot black, the whole body and whatnot black, just to give it a little color. This used to be completely white, like this. On the motor, can't really tell, but I painted the center part black. It did not come with the distributor, which kind of sucked, but oh well, what can you do? Custom headers that I made from stuff that was actually in that came with the parts and whatnot, and I just super glued this all together. Everything on here should be super glued except for a few pieces. Like the motor's not actually super glued down, so I can actually pull this one out and put it where I want to. I tried to go as close to as I could with what the car should look like. I spent a lot of time on trying to make this. I actually spent probably close to 2 hours just sitting and trying to figure out how I wanted it to look and whatnot. The trannies painted a silver. The whole engine block and whatnot is painted black, and then like the headers and the I can't think of what they are painted silver and like chrome. The headers are chrome, and then the God, I can't remember the top parts that are on the motor. They are, and I think they're, God, I can't think of it. I'm sorry, I got a cold, guys. I've been getting sick the last couple days. It's actually been really cold up here in Minnesota. I think it actually got below freezing, and it's only not even the mid of October. So I'm not really thinking at the right point in time. Drive shaft I painted black, just to paint it something. Tires I will be adding the chrome ones back into it, and then I'll paint it a different color. But these are not completely done. Um, that's still there's still just a little bit more painting, and then I don't think I'm gonna super glue the bodies down, just so I can take them off if I want to ever change out stuff. Um, I haven't decided if I want to look for a beat up look or if I want to go for just a pre-built car. I think I'm just gonna do just the car look before it's not smashed up. As you can see, I moved the hood on here. I slid it forward and then folded it down. And how I did that is I used a heat gun. Um, don't need anything. I don't think you need something. You could use a lighter or something too, I would believe. But I used a high-powered heat gun for molding the plastic. I got the hood how I want it. Bumper, it's actually supposed to be a plastic bumper, but I'm going to paint it to look like a steel bumper, just to give it character. Interior, I just painted all black. Seat, I actually did a little bit like a dark black. I didn't go into too much detail because I didn't really care for this car. It was just kind of a practice build. For future cars, I am actually looking to do more. I did the back too. I did a dish. I dished the trunk. I wanted to try creasing, but I thought that would be too difficult, so I just kind of left it. Just left the body lines as they were. Yeah, this one turned out really nice, or fairly nice. It was such a bugger to get everything put together and whatnot. Like the frame was the most painful thing to work on, because for the front suspension, there's pieces of the stuff that holds the smaller chunks together on there. I found two of them that were about the same, and then I just extended the frame so it sits up higher. See? And this isn't completely down, but this back trunk should be sitting a little bit lower. It doesn't quite sit inside because you have to pull the metal or the plastic apart for it to sit inside the frame. And then it would sit down low like there, and the front end is up high like that. That is the street burner that I built, the Impala 94 Impala. And the second one that I built is a 57 Chevy Cameo, something like that. This one is not. This one I like the most. I'm going to talk about the frame first. I'm going to start with the front. This was the bumper that came with it. I glued that on last after I had painted the whole frame a black color. Wheels, I'm gonna paint maybe a different color, but I will get into that in a little bit. The motor is glued down. This motor won't come off the body because I glued it down, but I actually had to glue little chunks of plastic stuff that came with that holds the little pieces together. I had to glue some of that in to make the motor fit in here decent so I could get the body down on here. As you can see, I painted the block red and black. I painted the block, or not the block, the center part. I painted that black first, and then while it was drying, I added a little bit of red to give it a dark maroon kind of color, and then I painted the distributor red the distributor cap red. The headers, I did the silver color, or not silver, chrome color, and then I did the cap, the head caps. I did those like a kind of a, I guess a silver, I guess, and then meant to say chrome for the headers. That was a pain to get that painted on there, or not painted, glued on there. Get the headers glued onto the motor. I had to hold it there for a good solid 20 minutes, and that was with super glue. I did the whole block black, like I did with the other one, and I also painted the transmission a silver or a gray color. The reason why this is like a white color here is that's all super glue that has dried finally. Working on it, I broke off this. Some of this plastic stuff is really weak, and if you bend it too much, it will break, which kind of sucked. I actually had to modify the back suspension a little bit. I actually had to break it so that it would fit. It's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to sit up a little bit higher, but since I modified it, it sits low. So the front end sits up high, and the back end sits way low to the ground. And it looks awesome when I put the body on it. Need some light. Oh god, I can't think tonight. I'm really tired and not thinking straight. God, I can't think. The thing that's painted red, I can't remember what it's called. Just drawing a blank right now, and someone is trying to call me. I cannot deal with that right now. I am too busy making a video. Let me think. Drive transmission. Oh, whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about. This red thing I painted. I was just gonna do the back end all red, but I just figured, well, it wasn't turning out how I wanted it to, so I just painted the whole thing red. And actually, it looks pretty nice. You won't really see it when you put the body on, but it's still kind of nice just to add a little bit of color into it. Because it kind of it just would have looked blah. They're just all black. It just would have not worked that well. And I also, like I said, I add a little bit of color to the interior. I know it's just a derby car or derby truck, but oh well. So I painted the seats red and black just to give it a little pop. Otherwise, the rest of the interior is black. The battery's at the floor. I was gonna add a little bit of red for the battery cable, but I don't think I'm really going to do that. Foot pedals are down there. That's about it for that. And then here is the body. I didn't touch the front. I didn't really do anything with it. I just kind of left it be. I actually drilled the holes for the hood, or for the headers. Sits on there pretty square. I'm gonna be, where that hole is right in the center there, I'm gonna be adding a chrome piece to, I think it would make it look a little cool. Radiator painted silver and black. Makes it look gives it a little bit of character. But the back end is what I really like. Is I took the heat gun and Whew, too much talking. But I took the heat gun and heated it up and then folded it down. I actually added the tailgate in the back there, and then I folded the body or the bed of the truck. I folded that down and over the top of there and glued everything down so it was nice. Try not to heat it up too much if you do this, because it makes everything all hot and it's hard to form because it won't harden as fast. I mean, this is by no means like straight or anything like that. I'm sure probably a bunch of you guys have done this before, but this was my first time doing it, and I think it turned out really nice. Kind of wavy. Should have maybe did a little bit of more like time on it, but I think it turned out pretty nice. This side's a little bit better than this side, but it is a derby vehicle. And then there was a different back bumper on here, but it didn't turn out. Like it shrunk when I did it, and then I just had a spare one and I added it on here to make it, I don't know, better, I guess. Then this will all be painted a different, like a design or whatnot. Don't know what that is, but that is what you guys are here for. I am going to let you guys decide what this should be painted as. Let's see if I can get this to sit down. Come on. There we go. There you go. Sits on there real nice, like. Don't want to break anything. Sits on there just like that. I think it turned out really cool. Really nice. Wheels do not spin because everything is glued. I actually had to make the rear end in it. That's what I was trying to say earlier, but I had to make the rear end in it, and because none of the parts really worked, and I did not have the instructions for this one, so this was all built by how I thought it should go together. But the rear end does not spin, so I had to glue everything together just to make it work. But the front did spin, but I ended up breaking the one side, so I just had to keep gluing until it would stay together real nice, and that's how it's gonna be from now on. Just a model just to sit and look pretty. But I am gonna let you guys decide what these two vehicles should be painted as. It can be something you guys can send to me, and then I'll decide which one it should be, or it could be any one of my cars that I have demoed. It could be the Jurassic Park car, Deadpool, Tom and Jerry, Jurassic Park. I think I said that one already, but Ghostbusters. It could be any one of those. I will let you guys decide on what it will be. But there you go, guys. Here's a little different update on what I have been up to. I will be demoing, actually, here in a few weeks on October 28th at New Ulm at Pumpkin Smash. I'm going to be bringing a couple cars down there, I believe. We'll see. The Deadpool car is going for sure, and maybe the SpongeBob car. I don't know if that's going to be going down there for sure. It might go if it still runs and drives, but it does need a lot of work, and we'll see. But anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching my videos. I really, really, really appreciate it. It's awesome that you guys support me and whatnot, and maybe I will do one of these for a giveaway. Probably this one. I like this one too much. But again, guys, you guys get the pick on what the design should be for both of these, and I will paint them up the best I can, and I will show them off again. But thank you guys again for watching my videos. I love you guys, and we'll catch you guys later.